Oh, I can recycle it.
Yeah, you could.
It's just...
Look, if you can find... As much as I love the water bubble, I think that if you can find the reduce indiscriminate damage relic, there's a pit there. Oh, look at all those chests over on the sides that you can't...
This is like a whole...
Yeah, more pits.
All right, hold on. I'll get the ability to fly right here. Well, it's a night piece.
It is a nice piece.
I'm gonna roll.
I know.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right. Can I can dash to those, I think. Maybe not. I think I can if everything wasn't freaking crazy.
Just give it a second. You didn't even have to pull those off. You just have to wait for it to... Oh, well. I guess you do because you create them when you dash.
Okay, so just let these things... I'm going to take off everything that's firing anything. Just everybody calm down for a second. Oh, jeez. I did this to myself.
Yeah. I still want to do a thing where the Avada Kedavra can do the work for you. It put it back on the other side, huh?
It's fine.
Ooh.
All right. We'll wait for a second there. How close to this? Oh. Can I do it from here? Oh, I'm gonna have to angle it.
Ooh.
Maybe? Okay, I can't get too close to the edge there. I don't know if I can get those two.
Those are pretty tricksy.
Yeah. All right. I've hurt myself enough today. Did I want to do this? Also, I should have lockpick potion in here. In fact,
no, you still could.
Do you think those will pop out?
I think you still save it.
Okay.
I think you can get a better number of chests to use that on. I think you can find one of those rooms that's like the 7 cursed chests.
The water's doing a lot of the damage, I will say. Are we going for that Merlin set?
The Merlin set would just give you 200 max HP, MP at the end, so
I don't think I care.
I don't think you need it. Soulborn would certainly be safer. Oh, hey!
You mean this one?
Try opening that middle chest first, because it's free, and you've got the thing where chests can pop out of chests.
Yeah. Look, my stuff is just gonna happen. All right.
Huh. 4-1, of course.
Well, if I get the 5 potion doodle dang.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Or I could just go in here. And honestly, I think that's fine.
Now, it doesn't matter. I was going to say you could drink like an invincibility potion and then take a bunch of those. But the fountain is going to heal you back up to full anyway.
But it would preserve my shield.
It would preserve a shield.
So what if I... Okay. Preserve my shield.
Yeah, and then run in that left room while your shield's still up. Go, go, go. It's gone. Dang.
Yeah, I dawdled a little.
Hey, a curse chest.
Something, something, I am the storm that is approaching. Eh?
Eh?
Eh. Really don't care about any of these. And I get 3 of them now. Faster hammers.
Yeah, more hammers.
More faster hammers.
And then you can put a Resonance Rune of Avada Kedavra on it. Ooh, hey. That's kind of nice.
Alrighty.
Gotta be closer.
But I can't be closer.
Huh, that's a problem then.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the hammers are for, I guess. The inner blend. Bomb curse.
You know, you could, if you wanted to, swap the location of some things on that top wand if you don't like the Dimension Walker having such crazy duration.
It's true, but the fact is, it having good duration is good.
Bomb.
I will say, it having all these splits probably doesn't matter, so I could...
I think the splits are fine. I think the orbit might be tricksy.
It's like, it lasting longer just means that I can punch people in the face with it harder.
That's true, and it's doing just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. More spells. There is a little bit of you're taking damage because you can't see nothing.
Oh, absolutely. 1000%. Now I got more MP regen.
Ooh.
All the usual suspects, I suppose.
Honestly, on your second wand, do you use the second Dimension Walker instead of the black hole?
I don't know. Do you like that better?
Maybe.
Because this is a black hole plus, but I could re-roll it.
True.
At that point. Yeah. Why the hey not? I just become a sea of explosions.
Yeah.
There's a bomb somewhere. I can hear it hissing.
Creeper. Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh, 2 keys and another chest. Oh, money and another chest. Freaking bomb.
That's just free money.
I'll hold off for now.
There's a bomb somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's things happening somewhere. All 3 of these are decent.
But just decent. You know, give me some of that lower recoil.
What?
I guess I could just use a potion now and then not worry about it. Okay, mini boss. I think I'm getting him probably.
Probably. I will say that against a single target, this is nowhere near as good as some of your other builds. And you are getting absolutely bullied by your own stuff.
I think it's about that time. Well, even that has not helped tremendously.
Ooh.
Oh, there's some stuff in here.
Well, you're going to take 3 of them.
Now, we can mess with Sword of Judgment as a replacement to something. Maybe I like that instead of that Dimension Walker. Just surround me with swords of destiny at some point.
I like that.
And in fact, then I think we go to the reroll and we start fishing. Ow. That's not gonna get annoying. Now that on an area boost is probably pretty good.
That's true.
Even if this isn't a plus. And probably can't be plussed. Can it be plussed?
It says unable to craft.
Yeah. So I think it's just, it is what it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Echo Plus. That'll make the water bubbles angrier. buckling to another split. Magic reservoir. We can just upgrade the magic reservoir. Let's see. What else are we looking for here? If we're gonna put on the Echo Plus, we could probably reroll the previous Echo. Oh, track. I think track is gonna send this into usability.
Does track work with orbit? I always forget.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Potentially not. How different is it if I just take the orbits off? And then... oh, just another split and another area boost or something. I think that's going to be more controllable. More boss friendly.
A heck of a lot more boss friendly.
Oh. No. Okay. So, something like that then. Gonna reroll the Lone Dimension Walker. Now, if I use my collapse... well, no, if I get one more collapse crystal, I can get a collapse crystal plus to go with my collapse crystal plus, and then I can use the prototype plus to make a collapse crystal plus plus. I don't think I care enough about it, though. So.
Yeah, but it is something you could do. At the completion of the spell, your spells don't finish before before people are dead.
Tracking, which we have.
You have tracking, so you don't need the automatic navigate. There's one.
That means I can put more stuff up here. Which...
what would you put?
we still got this core of flame, but that's gonna go here, which means I can put the multi-shot
back up top. That's true. Or you could trade out one of the mimicry cubes for the actual stone, and therefore freeing up a mimicry cube for something.
True.
If you wanted that.
Maybe get rid of these two. Oh wait, no, because I'm gonna... that's gonna go there. You go there.
So you could use the mimicry cube now to duplicate the multi-shot that you just put up there.
Is that true? I can. So maybe something to that effect.
And then just because you put the extra split down back at the hammers. Oh.
We'll let them shake itself loose.
Figure out what they're doing with their life.
All right, so something like this for now.
Yeah.
And then we'll hold on to the rest of these just because then
you never know.
I want to get another. I want to upgrade the condensed bubbles, but
condensed bubbles, but
the condensed bubble butt.
And then they condense back on your mouse after a moment.
Those bubbles are doing a lot.
Yeah. There's a door door over on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, that corner. And then just do triangles. Yep. And you can go up to the right. Ooh.
The old arcane barrier.
And if we're being honest, the hammers don't have to be here. Right? Like as much as I love the hammers, they're really not doing anything. So you could take off all 6 of those spaces at the bottom there. Oh, right. That just takes up... I was thinking...
Yeah. It wants a vine. If I had a vine...
Yes, then you could
I
take
would
off
want
those other 3 and...
Say the other 3. Just 2.
Yeah, those other 2 for 3 more spaces is what I meant.
Yeah.
So for now, you could put a hammer there if you wanted. I think it's funny that one hammer picks up the core flame.
All right. Well. Yeah, let's go to the shop.
Hey, an overclock. Ooh, and a capacity stone.
Gesundheit!
It's gonna keep happening.
Don't die, James.
Tried. Not to.
Do I take the overclock? Probably take the overclock. Or the overload.
Yeah, overload.
I'll take a large shield. And then I'll take a reload. Then I'll take another big shield.
The wand that charges on enemy hit is fun, but you wouldn't be able to set up your wand, unfortunately. There's not enough space on it.
Yeah. Not for what I want to do, anyway.
It's like that's the sort of thing where you would take off the echo. Ooh.
The featureless. I mean, that's probably better than the Rainbow Electro Web. I think it has more space, and it's
does.
less MP cost.
Yeah. Honestly, the spell flight speed, so that they can, when they do explode, they can collapse back to your cursor faster.
Yeah.
And then put the other hammer there. Yeah.
Just cause.
Might as well.
Yeah, okay.
Just reroll looking for either more shields or more keys or something. Ooh, fall.
Do I care much about fall?
It's the sort of thing where I don't know for sure how it would work with your Dimension Walker.
I think it'll just make it fall from the sky and then plop instead of hanging out for as long as it do.
That'd be real sad. It would be a third resonance room, so you could just squish them together and plus them.
Yeah. I suppose that's fine for now. Okay. Oh, it's getting real splashy over there. Really making a splash. I think we're done.
Yeah, you're done. The thing's way up in the top right. I like a fall.
Well, I suppose we can take a peek just to see what happens.
Just take off. Yeah, just like that for now, just to see.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh. Huh. instead of hanging out. It's just a repeated slam. Oh. That's kind of cool.
All right, that's worth a test.
That's worth a test.
All right, Hammer, you had a good run, but
get more MP on the MP1.
Yeah. All right, and then I guess you can go here for what that's worth. All right. Now, theoretically, also the water bubbles are just flying in from the sky.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
That's not gonna matter. You're gonna get shoved into him so hard.
Oh, fine. Beat fangs.
Yeah, more damage.
It looks very, very fancy. It's all golden and sparkly and stuff.
Yeah. Sweet.
All right.
Back to the shop or more relic?
I like relics. But I like shops, but I like relics.
And you're done.
Now we get to the split part where it just goes blah, 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 blah.
Look, when we get to the boss, I'm looking forward to seeing what this does. Because that's
I just
very
like
much,
looking at it.
It's very impressive to look at.
Give me more spell.
I will say I think it's very funny that we went into this with the idea of getting an extremely expensive spell that we can cheat out with dashes.
Yes.
And ended up with a spell that still consumes the wand's mana. And we definitely don't need to cast more than one of these at a time. But it's very satisfying to look at.
It is a whole thing.
There's a coin to your left there, yeah.
I will say the tracking on it kind of does its own thing.
Yeah. Honestly, getting the rather than doing the cursor, rather than tracking, if you get another chance at the automatic navigate, it might be worth
discount. So if we get into the fancy room, we can discount it.
If
look, we don't know.
You'll be fine.
Ow. I'm gonna get shoved. I'm taking damage, James. You said I was gonna be fine.
You haven't taken damage yet.
I got him. And just the celebratory fireworks.
Yeah.
The water is now doing less of a portion.
Yeah.
Standard, which is just a thing. Final damage while holding this wand, high MP regeneration. Oh, so we want that in our main slot now,
That's
don't we?
Pretty good. But what's our main one doing? I think our main one is just...
It's just MP cost times 80%.
So that would just be more damage if we swap that out. And it should have enough space still.
I think it's the same size.
I think so. It pulls everything off the wand for some reason.
It freaks out because it, for a brief moment, doesn't.
Yeah.
And then it does. I think we had something to this effect on it.
I think so. We could still get that other one back if we wanted.
Honestly, we just grab this one.
Yeah.
And then that gives us so
we
much
can
more
give all the orbits to the swords. Now they're flying around at a distance instead of...
Perfect.
Perfect.
You know, yeah.
You dropped a resonance rune somehow. Wow.
Considering we're going into the last zone,
all three of those are useless here. We don't have a refresh button either, do we?
No, we just have a discount.
Dang.
Well,
literally none of that's helpful in the final zone.
Moon on.
Unfortunate. Want to get rid of your curses finally, or?
It's either that or... Because I can combine resonance runes, I can combine... I think there's a couple other things I can combine, and then I can re-roll.
That is true.
Honestly, I can probably just re-roll you, because I don't care about that.
For being honest, most things on that second one.
Yeah. Let me combine you first. I didn't want to combine you.
No, you did not. That's salvageable because you do have
If I just do that, it's fine.
That just lost you a range boost, which is fine.
But, ugh. Now, I can turn that into an Orbit Plus Plus and then re-roll that into something that I want, but...
It feels bad.
Feels bad.
Ooh. The upgraded version just makes the splash bigger, which doesn't really help you for the upcoming stuff.
True. Let's really try to get that good stuff. Oh, it took off the capacity stone from down here.
Oh. Ew.
Now, I can make the Magic Reservoir Plus Plus to save a spot there.
Yeah.
I think that might be fine. Oh, I could also make an Area Boost Plus Plus, but...
Yeah, but you don't have any other plus pluses to take advantage of that.
Alright. So since this is a little sad, we can... Where even is the split? Down here?
Down there. Which, that, if you don't care, you could make that a split plus plus to save some space up top.
And honestly, sure. then I can add another range boost, I suppose, just because I can.
Unless you re-rolled that duet into something cooler. I said cooler.
Damage boost is probably better.
Probably.
Oh. Okay. Something like this, I suppose.
Yeah. And then the other collapse crystalline wand too.
Yeah, that's probably better.
All right, let's do this.
Something like that, sure, why not? Alright, Thunder Beast.
If that's your real name.
Stop being invincible. You nerd.
When it gets to that phase of the attack, it's violent.
Yeah. Pale wings. I will say the fall is making it real hard to be where I want it to be. But then this phase happens and it's like it's all worth it. Because look at that. It's so pretty.
Yeah, again, if we could get the space so that you could get the spell movement speed buff.
Yeah.
Back on there so that it could get to your cursor faster.
I'm gonna improve my invisibility.
The spell flight speed or whatever it is. Ooh, there's your magic vine.
There's a magic vine.
And a magic reservoir and a hover. Or penetration, that works too. I mean, those bottom three just come off and that magic vines, right? Like that's.
You know what? Don't hate me.
You're debating removing most of that middle wand instead. I mean, you're not using it, really.
Not really, no.
And then slide the herb way over to the left.
Yeah. I think that just shores up our defenses super duper hard.
If I'm being honest, then at that point you. Oh.
I don't even auto fire this anymore.
I was gonna say you swap the power boost with the expansion crystal, but then your mimicry cube isn't doing. I mean that works.
There, now it's doing something. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, if you take that split back off for a second, just for the shits and giggles, on that second wand, you've got the overclock.
Yeah.
Plus, is there a world where you can swap that with the expansion crystal on your top wand?
I mean, probably.
So that all of your wands are getting the extra space. So that
that'll mess with my mimicry cube.
That will mess with your mimicry cube. But I think you could get away with it.
I'd have to get rid of my durations or my damage or something.
Or the tracking or...
There would be...
There'd have to be a sacrifice somewhere.
I would lose 3 spots. 2 spots, I guess.
Yeah, and you've got 1 empty space already, so you're really only losing 1 spot. So yeah, if you take that off for a second, condense it all together.
Just probably gonna take it from the end. So no, it
just squeeze it. Good. That gives you 4 more spaces for the leaf on the bottom wand. Plus, you can put more tranquil blooms and things on that 3rd wand.
Yeah.
And if you really desperately wanted that 1 space back, there's a world where you could mimicry cube the the epic one that you've got on that top wand.
The epic one?
Yeah, that one. Spell slots +1. If you put a mimicry cube in front of it, it would...
I would get spell slots +1, but it would take the spell slot. All that this does is make it free. So if I mimicry cubed it, my spells would continue to uniformly scatter, and I would get spell slots +1 using the spell slot.
Yeah, that is probably better there.
Something to that effect, I guess.
And then you can put all the damage and the split on that. And the other overclock. Overload, whatever it's called. And the 2 hammers back. Yay!
Something like that.
Now, see, on an enemy like this, where he just sits in the middle, he's about to have a very bad day, I think.
He created ads, and then all of the ads just got
exploded,
splashed into death.
That's pretty good.
I could re-roll these.
You could.
Like, I wanted Water Bubble Plus. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, you could try.
Or I can finally get rid of all this garbage.
that bomb is annoying.
Getting annoying, yeah.
You can even use the invincibility potion and not have to pay for any of those. Although...
I'd rather hold on to my... Okay. Alright. A pasta bowl. Oh, here comes the rain.
Do. I like how in most of these fights you've got like a sassy finger snap to end the fight. Like the fight's already over and you're just like, yeah.
Now let's do more random effects.
Random bullshit go.
Oh, the Worm Nest Legion.
Oh, this will be fun.
Oh, now look how colorful it is. I don't know if it'll look as classy as the pure gold rain, but... Oh god, the poison! Oh no!
Oh.
I've made a mistake, James. Oh, I've made a mistake, James. James. I've made an error.
The sad thing is, you could have taken some night boots earlier on.
Yeah. What a dumb way to ruin a run.
You just live on the outskirts. You're fine. Ah, yes, dashing away, which just creates more doom from the heavens.
It seemed like a good idea at the time. Man. That is at half opacity.
Yeah. Hey, look, a condensed water bubble.
So you're saying there's a chance if I find one more and then a thing.
Yeah.
Or just a thing and then reroll this collapse crystal into specifically a water bubble.
You could do it.
Although, do I even want the water bubble anymore?
Yes.
Am I going to die?
Oh, are you worried about it? Are you worried about it now?
Yes. All right, hear me out. What if we do something like this? Put the water bubble down here.
The water bubbles are still going to rainbow.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's on your... That's a relic now.
It is immediately poisonous.
Yes, and it's got split, so it's going to do it again.
I mean, but we could put damage plus back up here.
That's true.
Do we like damage plus? Do we like another split? Do we like...
Overload is just better than damage plus, right?
No.
No?
Because it's spell damage plus 50 at a downside, whereas this is spell damage 50 with no downside. If this was also a plus, it would be better.
Okay.
So... Then I guess...
Just do that for now and...
Meh.
Look, if you can find the night shoes again. Plus, if I'm being honest, as usual, half of your incoming damage is coming from getting shoved around by the water bubbles.
So sparkly.
That's like, you remember in was it Thor Ragnarok where like they blew up the Rainbow Bridge and it just did that beam of death?
Yeah. I mean, I can make.
Make it wider. Rage fly. Hey, look, a third water bubble.
I can combine them right now.
You can. You should.
Oh, no.
Look, it's so good.
I can re-roll it.
What?
Into
why would you?
something else.
But why would you?
Because death. Why you want to kill me so bad? Oh, I shouldn't have seen how much damage the Sword of Judgment did that last fight.
I mean, yeah.
Because I could also just re-roll the Sword of Judgment.
That's true. I don't think the swords are doing
else.
that much.
I think I re-roll both of these things.
Okay.
But I'm going to re-roll the water first because I don't want to be in a situation where I don't have a spell for there because that would be extra sad.
One day, water bubble, you'll get your due.
Swords.
Eh.
You like that better than that sword?
You're at a point where most of the remaining enemies don't really have... that's not going to do much of anything against the final boss, more specifically.
Sure. Another Echo Plus.
Is there a world?
Well, I don't want to get it off of this, and that's my only other
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Back to where we started, where it all began.
Where it all began. I like that better than the sword. Ooh. I mean, that is pretty good.
Yeah. So you're telling me is this?
Of course. No. Nah. I don't know. Yeah, but what would you do with it? And where would you... Well, I guess you said...
I know where I would put it.
Actually, that's a good point. I hadn't...
All right, hold on. Everybody hold on.
No. Oh, yeah, because you just added...
Because I just added 1,000 hammers to all of my...
Okay,
that's the hammer on my top one because
yeah,
all of this nonsense.
There's a world where that's cool as hell. I don't think it's good, but it's very funny.
It's very funny. I also agree. I'm not convinced it's good. And then that frees up another spot up here for, I guess, just another damage.
Yeah, but which one? Regular damage or the unleveled overclock?
Where's the
overload?
Oh, right here. I mean, that is more damage, so more damage, more better.
Yeah, split rainbow hammers.
Oh, but we're not going to put a collapse crystal plus on it, which means I can roll it.
You could roll it. I think you should.
Oh.
Well, that's just better in the bottom lane.
Okay.
Well, that gives you another epic to roll, which is kind of cool.
Oh, it's not epic.
Oh, it's just rare. You're right. Well.
Well, it won't. It'll only improve this one. So instead, just more multi-shot.
Oh, although I got a thought for you, Lee.
Yeah.
Currently, you have a core flame.
You are right. You are right. And when you write, you write.
On an area plus. Aha! You have officially made the top one too expensive to cast, which was the goal at the beginning. And you should still be able to dash with it, right? Oh, that said no.
Why no?
What?
Why no?
Try that again. What?
Why no?
Why no?
But this...
There.
All right.
That also somehow fixed the cost of the top wand? What was the hammer? I don't know.
What you're doing right now is you're asking questions.
Too many questions. I'm sorry.
Don't be asking questions.
No
That's
questions.
not what we do around here.
No. Leave it be.
Okay, so.
For what it's worth, your second wand now has 2 time runes on it that have no business being there. Oh, God, it ruined everything.
It's fine. Hammer. Split. And then, you know what? Just.
I don't know if those are as good as just, like, raw damage.
This guarantees that they'll hit more. At least for the next fight. Once we get to the...
Once you get to the final boss, you can swap them for, like, damage. And does spell flight speed make them swing faster?
Yes, I believe it does.
So swap those at the end. Swap it for damage and spell speed.
Yeah, why not?
Grrr. You also should basically be invincible now, right? Like, that bottom wand should be enough to keep you alive through anything.
Just look at the mines just go blah.
First phase done. Your attack hasn't... There's the split.
Wee. Oh,
You fell in the hole.
There's a hole there. Oh, my shining star.
Yeah.
Gonna have to cast a thing again. Gesundheit! Man, that tracking doesn't feel as tracking as I wish it tracked. Well, alright then.
Alright, switch the hammer damage just cause.
Just meh. Alright. Now,
why you look like a dog?
Will the producer harm us at all?
No. You have the wind listening ear and that bottom wand. He can't touch you. That's not even an exaggeration. I legitimately think he cannot damage you. Even if he could, you've got an invincibility potion and a petrification potion.
Can my mines cause me irreparable harm?
Something happened. I think you took a nuke from a set of your mines for a second there.
Yeah.
Because I watched your bottom wand go from full mana to half mana in a split second, and I think you somehow managed to nuke yourself with an entire set of mines.
Yeah, I think the mines are a dangerous choice.
But I think it's just fine. Oh!
Is it? It's not fine, James.
Oh, it'll be fine. Again, you've got an invincibility potion and you've got a petrification potion.
Alright, and then we just wait for the stars to fall.
Doop, 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 and then the split comes, and then it... Oh, it didn't even happen again.
Okay, give it a second.
Bounce.
Sure.
And then the collapsing on itself just until it's this one beam of doom.
Just an orbital laser.
I've always joked in other builds about the Hammer of Dawn. That's a real Hammer of Dawn. That is just orbital strike cannon. And of course, Core Flame always takes the top slot on there because of the way his...
You say that. The Pops last week.
That's true. The Pops did do the work last week.
Out-damaged it. But, yeah. Alright. It turns out that was a thing that happened.
Yeah.
And I had to take off the mines because the mines would have killed me.
No, you would have been fine.
It did damage to me. I bled my own blood, James.
It did do enough damage to cut through.
And who knows how much mana it went through just to do that. If I let it do it again.
No, again. You had 8 seconds of invincibility and 30 seconds of petrification. You would have been fine.
I was scared. But in any case, another successful build.
Yeah.
Hope everybody enjoyed it. And I guess with that, we'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye.